Cheryl taking good care of you?
Of course she is,
Good,
always.
good.
Manpower San Diego CEO Phil Blair lives and breathes employment trends.
We're churning. That's our business, is to churn people. So we see everything in the employment market, good and bad.
He says in return to office post-pandemic times, organizations are more comfortable with flexible working hours and locations, and it allows companies to keep good employees. But he says in-office networking, like so-called water cooler conversations, can be a crucial part of career advancement.
Whereas you bump in the hall, or you say, let's go have lunch, or join us, we're going down the hall, or I baked some cookies. You know, it's that interaction, it's that human nature of knowing people and trusting them. So you have to be visible to do that. On the screen, Zoom or Teams or whatever, it's not the same.
But data shows men and women aren't returning to the office at the same rate. According to a recent U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics survey, the percentage of men working from home dropped from 34% to 29% from 2023 to 2024, while the share of women working from home stayed largely the same at 36%. Other data suggests some women left the workforce entirely because of return-to-office rules.
Having a one-size-fits-all approach to management doesn't work.
Liz Lyons is associate professor at UC San Diego. She also helps companies with their hybrid and remote work policies. Lyons says for women, the benefits of remote work is less about location than it is about flexible working hours.
So I don't think it's like this unique moment. It's just that if we want to continue the progress that we have been seeing, allowing for individual needs and not taking a kind of blunt force approach to management, I think is important.
She says it's not surprising that more women opt for remote work because they disproportionately shoulder the burden of non-pay-based work, like child or elder care. But she says the lack of visibility could put them at a disadvantage that exacerbates income and wealth inequity.
The idea that forcing women into the office is going to fix this is not the right idea, because when that does happen, we're seeing women exit the labor force altogether.
Lyons says that managers can personalize work arrangements as incentives. An example would be allowing workers to choose days to come into the office to facilitate interaction. At Manpower San Diego, they're doing that with a weekly potluck.
I can see why this brings people back into the office very happily.
I am making a salad. We have Jamaican peas, rice and peas, and jerk turkey.
Manpower San Diego Vice President of HR Heather Whitley Quinn helps prepare food for the team and shares the Wednesday menu on social media.
You know, we've been really flexible, trying to be flexible in dropping kids off, picking kids up, coming in and getting clothes done by 12:30, and then being able to scoot on and do what you need to do with your rest of your day.
Phil Blair says that digital-only work shows an employee is skill-oriented, but if they want to advance,
the money and the progression is leadership-oriented, where I see you work with your team, and wow, we got a star there. Versus, well, she does all hers on Zoom, and I guess she's good, but we don't know.
So how do people who choose to work from home make their interactions count?
So women have to be a little more assertive when they are in the office, or find ways to, let's meet for a drink, let's have lunch, let's have dinner, and catch up.
I think the other thing is that all remote workers should think about just spending some time paying coworkers for no reason, sending them silly videos or whatever opens the door for these more serendipitous interactions.
In terms of like the risks that women take in having remote-only jobs, what can they do to prevent the recognition gap?
I think one is just to, be brave and talk about your accomplishments. I know many women relative to men are uncomfortable with that, but just doing it and reminding yourself that, if you want to be able to stay in the workforce, manage your competing demands on your time, which are so hard for so many women, speaking up for yourself can support that. And so if that can give them some courage to be uncomfortable in that way, I think that's really critical.
She adds that there have been no studies that show hybrid work is bad for productivity, yet many studies that show it is good for productivity.
So the productivity-based explanation for not allowing hybrid work, just doesn't resonate. And I've never seen a good explanation for it.
While the workplace has largely changed from a single worker type, Lyons and Blair believe it is incumbent on the individual to close the gap in visibility while enjoying the age of flexibility.